Hello, and welcome back to Fifth Entertainment for my next review, which is of 2018's Halloween from Blumhouse. I'll be talking about the plot synopsis of the film, Daryl's opinion, my opinion, take a little bit of time to talk about the catalog titles, quality, and finish it up with a ranking. Alright. Jamie Lee Curtis returns to her iconic role as Laurie Strode. She comes to her final confrontation with Michael Myers, the masked figure who has haunted her since she nearly escaped his killing spree on Halloween night 4 decades ago. Master of Horror John Carpenter joins forces with director David Gordon Green and producer Jason Blum in this follow-up to Carpenter's 1978 classic. Alright. Daryl's opinion. People lined up in lines for this one. As far as Daryl's concerned, Daryl's opinion is this is a perfect Halloween film. Hardcore fans, on the other hand, now we go into my opinion. We have a love-hate relationship with this one. We appreciate it for what it is, which is a very, very good gold standard for what a reboot is. Although it's not the first film to do it. But this is the best one that's done a reboot. And this kind of led the way to Scream having this reboot, which of course we reviewed last year. All those. This right here is, to me, the gold standard for doing a reboot. Now, well, how do I feel about the reboot from 2018 after watching the previous 8 movies? Well, I say is better than Halloween H2O, to me, at least. It's far more engaging. It's not so generic like H2O is. Michael Myers does have superhuman strength, and there is that supernatural element to the character, and of course the lore is respected. But I do have a problem with this movie. You could have made a reboot that does exactly that. You could have made this movie that does exactly that, while at least acknowledging Halloween 2, 81, Halloween, the Return of Michael Myers, and Halloween, The Revenge of Michael Myers, and Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. You could have at least acknowledged those and still have made this movie. And in my opinion, it would have been even more interesting if you had. They decided to disregard every Halloween movie but the 1978 original. And that was probably because John Carpenter requested it. But this is a pretty good, solid Halloween film. I actually did enjoy it. I even saw it in theaters. Now let's go ahead and talk about the catalog title. Quality. This is the only one out of the 3 movies in the reboot trilogy of Halloween that does not have Dolby Vision. So you're not going to get Dolby Vision plus HDR10 with this one. You're just going to get HDR10. Which means that it's not as good as the next 2 films in terms of picture, but the DTS:X audio presentation on this film is pretty damn good. It has a lot of good effects with this film. So overall, it's a pretty solid 4K release, for sure. One thing I like about this film is they actually do kind of keep the aesthetic look of the 1970s, 78 classic film by kind of having that sort of fall-like atmosphere to the film and how it was filmed, which I really did like. Now let's give it a ranking. And there's really not much to say about this one. So yeah, it's going to be a little shorter than usual, but that's okay. We have a lot of movies to review tonight, so I'm okay with that. Because I wanted to do a little catch up with all this. I give this a good solid 3. Yeah, a good solid 3 stars. Why do I give it 3 stars instead of 3.5 stars? Because there's no way I'm giving this a 4 star. Well, because they could have included it kind of, could have had 2, 4, 5, and 6 at least be canon when making this reboot, and they decided to simply act like they never ever existed and just make this a direct sequel to the 1978 film. And that's why, to me, and this is my ranking, everybody's ranking and everybody's opinion is their own, but to me, that's why I'm giving it a 3-star rating and not a 3.5-star rating. Because that, to me, did not need to be done. That was an unnecessary thing to do. Because there's nothing wrong with the second Halloween movie. There's nothing wrong with the 4th and 5th and 6th Halloween films. And I don't care how many people think there is. There isn't. And this could have been a follow-up to that. And in my opinion, would have been an even better movie. And probably would have gotten a 4-star rating for all we know. Well, that's all I gotta say about 2018's Halloween. Now, we'll see you guys on the next one. Until then.